Hello, friends. Welcome to Coding Garden. Welcome to a thing I have not done before. So we're doing a subs and VIP only stream. The goal is so that I can actually get things done, and I feel less pressured to, I don't know, perform. I'm still gonna be the regular me, but there's gonna be less people in chat. It's gonna be easier to keep track of, and I feel less worried about not talking all the time because I might be working on specific code things where I'm just staring at the screen for a few minutes. So yeah, I mean, only paying people. I mean, the gifted subs technically can still watch too, but the goal of this isn't working. This is supposed to work. The goal of this is just so I can get things done. That's really it. And it's not. I'm not trying to force people to sub. You'll still be able to see this stream on the archive channel in 24 hours. And you could sub with Twitch Prime. You're totally right. But it's. I think it'll be like Coding Garden in the old days where there wasn't hundreds of people in the chat and like new people in the chat. That's the other thing is, obviously, I try to be very welcoming, and I show people the frequently asked questions, and I'll answer questions like how do I learn to code, but after a while it becomes a bit too much. So I assume everyone that's already subbed knows where the frequently asked questions is. Everyone who's already subbed knows how the overlays work. Everyone that is already subbed pretty much knows that I have a YouTube channel, so I can spend less time talking about that stuff. What's the theme? What keyboard do you use? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed, Harasuna. So there's 68 people here, which is pretty crazy. So I looked on the Twitch has a support article on about subs only streams. This is my first time doing it, but on sub only streams, non-subs can watch for like a minute or two. I'm pretty sure. And good morning, the Shivas. Welcome in. So they can watch and then decide if they want to sub. I don't know, but just know if you're watching this right now and you're not a sub, you'll be able to watch this over on the archive channel in 24 hours. And Rifat Cirque, thank you for the 5 months. Good morning, the Shibas. How do I learn to code? Just watch. My opinions on Bun. I don't know, things are happening with Bun. If you follow Jared Sumner on Twitter, they're happening. Yeah, and that's the other thing. If I leak some API keys or something, it's less of a deal. Taming the flood. That's a good way to put it, Jackcom. Yeah, welcome in, Clicky Poo. All right, so oh, you can't get it on your TV? That is unfortunate. See, I contemplated different ways of doing this, because right now, this is on Twitch for subs only. One way I could also do this is as an unlisted YouTube stream, and then just share the link in the Discord. I also don't know how easy it would be to get the unlisted YouTube stream onto a TV. We'll work it out, the Shibas. We'll work it out, but yeah. Aren't they losing money if they have less people to show their ads? Probably. I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about the money. I am worried about getting things done. So there's a couple of things on our to-do, and really this is just like a meta stream. Also, I don't know if you notice, but my voice should sound better. Also, I have noise cancellation, and EQ, and compression, and stereo mix, so I should sound a bit more professional. I don't know. I don't know. Alka says it sounds different, but does that mean it sounds good? But you'll notice when I stop talking, it's now mostly complete silence. And David, thank you for that resub. I worked on this before the Feather stream. Actually, I was really proud of the Feather stream that happened on Tuesday. Not only like for the production, because I worked on the settings for my audio, but I also had audio settings at high volume. You hear light crackling, but you don't hear it if you reduce the volume. I've never heard of that before, but I put audio. Oh, the stream is still up. Okay. Oh, the power went out. Okay, I need to properly shut down my computer, and then but you can still see me or no? Yeah, OBS says it's up. Okay, you can see me. My power went out. I guess I'll end the stream. I'll let you know in the Discord if it comes back up. This is so weird. Oh well. Oh, it's back. Oh, It went out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see what's going on, if it's the whole neighborhood. The entire power is out. Yeah, so that's why the stream is still up, because I have uninterruptible power supplies. But I need to shut my computers down now properly. Um, hmm. Oh well, you might see me again in a few minutes if my power comes back, but I'm gonna end the stream for now. This is weird. I'll see you all in a little bit, maybe, hopefully. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back. I'm back. Power went out, but it's back, and I think one of the first things I want to do is fix my audio, because Alka did mention there's like a weird sound. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open up the Spectrum Analyzer and figure out where the clicking is coming from. And so Alka, you mentioned it's when the stream is loud. So do you mean like when I reach like above a certain decibel range? The power went out for thousands of people. It was I don't know the exact reason, but my power company said so. If you turn up the audio, you can hear it well. Let me put some headphones on. So if you didn't tune in earlier, this will be a subs only stream. Subs, VIPs, and mods. And the idea is I'll be able to get stuff done, and also I don't have to worry about doing things like debugging my audio, because you're here for me, right? I feel like there was popping. I'll probably just have to analyze the VOD, because I can't find it right now. Oh well. We will. If it happens again, Alka, can you try clipping it? I'm sorry to give you a task, but if anybody else hears it also, clip it. We'll throw it into an audio analyzer, and then we'll figure out what frequency it is. But if it's only happening rarely, then I guess I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. Welcome in, everybody. If you missed the stream earlier, or missed what I mentioned earlier, this is the first time I'm trying subs only. And the idea is it'll be easier for me to get stuff done. I will feel less conscious, less. I'll be less afraid to do things like debug the audio, or just sit here and debug code without talking for like 5 minutes. So subs only now. In 24 hours, this stream will be available for non-subs over on the archive channel. But for now, it's just you and me, hanging out, and we're gonna be doing some various things. So the archive command right now doesn't work for mods on Vox. So I think that's one of the first things we'll work on. Did I say dead? I didn't mean to say dead. I feel less obligated to perform, if that makes sense, because Twitch streamers, yeah, they're performers, right? I'm an entertainer. So when it's everyone, I basically have to convince people to stick around, convince people to follow. I'm not under that pressure right now, I guess is really all I'm saying. I wonder why this can't connect. Oh well, my basically my scene switcher doesn't work. Give me a second. First thing we're gonna work on is Vox, so the question and answer thing. Are you doomed to stick around? I don't know. Let's start coding. Yeah. So I need to do a thing really quick on my my API backend. Yeah, we're gonna work on the stream calendar too. There's also a bug I need to fix in my mailing list. So anybody on iOS that uses Apple Mail, they can't read my emails. So that's probably what we're gonna work on after this. That's the most important thing. Now with my new audio settings, you actually can't hear me typing. I considered putting a microphone next to my keyboard, but I don't think people care about it too much. Don't use Apple Mail. Yeah, I did see people that were using Gmail. It seems to work for. Um, okay, good to know, Alka. I bet it has to do with me peaking. Honestly, I probably could just reduce the added gain in one of the compressor settings. Yeah, thank you, Shark Turnip. We're back now. Um, but let's see, does this work? Yeah, it's like either so if because I have noise cancellation now you won't ever hear my air conditioner or my heater as often. You'll only hear it like if I'm actually talking. Um, and that's the trade off because then it cancels out my keyboard noises too. So okay, I do believe I'm. So I was going to use here. We can actually just play around with that really quick. Though I think last time I tried this, it crashed OBS, so I might go down for a second. So right now for noise suppression, I'm using RN Noise. I think which uses CPU. It doesn't use GPU, but I can try NVIDIA Noise Removal. I'm going to switch to NVIDIA Noise Removal. Check check 1 2, and I feel like this cuts out too much extra stuff. But this is NVIDIA Noise Removal versus RN Noise. Check check 1 2. Do you even notice a difference? Can you tell the difference? Let's roll with NVIDIA Noise Removal just for a little bit. Um, how will I know if I'm in safe coding conditions? What do you mean, Shark Turnip? But mods, can you try archiving a question? Can't tell the difference? Yeah. So yeah, it's an OBS plugin. So let's try archiving. Let me just add a test on here. Oh, if I don't know if you can't hear the AC. um, actually, everyone in chat, just do exclamation mark ask something like hello, some example thing. Yeah, that's what I was worried about too. If it's the noise suppression, then uh, that might be the crackling noise that we hear. Okay, now this is enough tests. Can one of the mods try doing exclamation mark archive with the question number? Yeah, I think that's what I was worried about last time when I was using RTX Voice. But last time I was using RTX Voice with the GTX graphics card. It worked, but it comes back. I think I think that's the issue. It's like you archive it, it disappears from the page, but if I refresh the page, it does not actually. It's still there. I think that's the main issue. Can you try doing 3229 one more time, either Mark or Alka? We can try. Okay, here. Let's turn on the eye tracking. It does not work for me. I feel like my face is like slightly different than the normal faces used to train it. I'll show you. It's really creepy. Let me turn it on really quick. Never mind. That would require me to go into the NVIDIA software. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so Mark archived 3229. It's still there. They archived 3227. Is 3227 on the page? It's still there. The thing is, I think I have the ability to archive. I don't. Okay, let's debug it. Let's debug it. Let me just hide my screen for a second. I'm going to pull up the API server logs. Maybe that's the issue. Yeah, I do believe people can archive their own. Maybe it's the bug where mods can't archive their own. Let's just look at the code really quick. I don't really have a good debugging setup for this. I technically could like start it up locally and point it at the. I guess I wouldn't even have to point it at the production database. It kind of could just spin up. But this is the method that runs when someone tries to archive something. So if it matches comment or upvote, we literally are doing nothing with archive. Is that the issue? And then also, I guess this would be coming through the Twitch uh, messages service. And then, did I change how this works? So when a message comes in through Twitch IRC, um, if it is a uh, command, then it gets created there. But if it's a chat, it gets created there. I think that also might just be a bug in Vox, because right now Vox is listening for when. Okay, so it's listening for when commands are created. That would make sense then, because when the archive command comes in, um, I think that's it. So the client side is listening for it, but I think this it's literally we're not doing anything with it on the back end. I think that's exactly it. So when a message comes into this function here, uh, we have no regular expression for archive. How is that possible? How could we have had how could we have had such a lapse? Um, let's see. Oh, does it happen in the commands service? So if the message that is a command is exclamation mark archive, then we grab the number, then we find it in the database that has that number. If we found it and it is not archived and it wasn't deleted and you're a moderator, a broadcaster, or you're trying to delete your own message, then remove it. I'll do that eventually, Mark. I actually don't know if I'm going to do it on stream. And I actually don't know if I'm going to do a full rewrite because it could be interesting to try to do a like a gradual rewrite and like convert everything to TypeScript. Um, so this seems fine, and then this goes over to the Vox service and does the remove. So that's why Vox doesn't even see it in the create because it's just going to be in the remove. And we're passing in the ID, the question ID to be removed. So if we're removing one, we set archived to true. Cool. Let's just do a little bit of debugging right here. Uh, so this is the question we're trying to archive. Um, Do we set deleted at any point? I guess we don't. We could do a little refactor here to put this into a variable for debugging. So is archived or deleted. Um, so that could go like that, and then this is another variable that is mod or owner. Um, badges.moderator, badges.broadcaster, question.user ID. Honestly, this is where TypeScript would help us as well because all of this it's just the any type. Like I just know that these properties exist, but now I'm actually questioning is user ID correct? Um, so question would have gone into Twitch commands. Yeah, let's do that too. So we'll log the question. We'll log both of these. Is mod owner, and then log the message too. Okay, now I have to figure out how do I want to debug this because I could start this locally, point it at the database. The only issue is we could get duplicate things inserted into the database if the backend API is running too. Oh, did I make a typo? Line 80? Man, I really need me some TypeScript in here. Though ESLint should have told me this. Do I not have my linter running? There is a linter file. The linter is my eyes. Yeah, typically I'm really good at that too, but I don't know. I've just gotten worse at noticing little typos like this. And Razorson, thank you for the sub. You're not late, Nicky Poo. Um, I mean, I have been live, I guess, for 30 minutes, but I've barely gotten anything done because we're just debugging right now. I don't think anyone is able to archive their question on Vox. Um, yeah, but Alka has a good point. If we just do TS check, this could break a lot of things, though. Yeah, like this. Well, I guess technically that's because I didn't do an npm install. Hey, what's up, Chief Mastardo? 3 vulnerabilities. Socket.io parser, JSON 5, and Engine.io. Well, please do not try to hack my backend. Okay. There we go. Did I mean? Yes, I did. Good. that's much better. Honestly, this should work. Give me a second. I want to be able to run this without deploying it because it's really cumbersome if I have to push up these logs and then we test it. I need to be able to run this locally. Okay. I'm going to start MongoDB locally. That's how I dev'd with this thing. I didn't have a um um I gonna say? Didn't have a Docker container. Man, I don't know what just got to me. Um, but yeah, because I could also do a build of Vox that's pointed at this backend too. So let me do that. Um, so this is pointed at a local Mongo database. Um, I realize now it's even worse because you can't hear me typing because of the noise cancellation. So I'm just literally sitting here in silence. Um, but that's okay. That is quite all right. You have the new M2 Mac, nice. Yeah, I bought my MacBook like right before they released the M2, but I'm not even mad. Because I wanted to buy this one on sale anyways. Like, I don't want to pay $2,000. I ended up paying like 1,500 for this because it had a sale at Best Buy. So I'm using the M1 Pro 14-inch. Um, and a 13-inch M1, nice. Cool. Okay, so now it's showing up on production and locally, but that's fine. I think we can debug this now. I'm in the zone. All right. If you would please do exclamation mark ask with anything. Those will pop up, and then we can start debugging what happens whenever we attempt to archive them. You keep an external monitor? Yeah, I have a USB external monitor. Um, I've never taken it to a coffee shop or anything like that. Where do babies come from? What's up, Jaw Online? I'm doing pretty good, doing all right. Um, this is actually like this is way more calm when the chat isn't moving so fast. I feel like I can actually get things done, so that's nice. Okay, so that's there. Now let me look at the debug logs. Let me make sure that nothing too revealing pops up. Um, so I'm gonna archive number 1. Oh, there's your problem. Well, there's your problem. Let me make sure that I'm not leaking any keys in the logs here. Um, but let's inspect this together. So, when I did exclamation mark archive with the number, first of all, it disappeared from here. So the client is listening for archive, and that's like an optimistic update because the client just removes it from the page, which is great. But on the back end, we grab the message, which is this exclamation mark archive 1. And then the question we're going to be archiving is that one from the database, this. This is the ask task is the one we're going to be archiving. Um, and there's no archived property on here, and there is no deleted at. But right now, our boolean is archived or deleted at is true, which means this code is wrong. um, is not archived. I just named the variable wrong. Um, and is not deleted at. Now, the other thing I'm noticing in the log is mod or owner is the string one, and I want that to be a boolean. So I'm going to wrap this whole thing and convert it to a boolean with a not. So that should turn it into a boolean. Um, cool. We get the restart. We'll refresh Vox over here. Apparently, I was able to archive my own one, so that one actually worked. Mark, can you try archiving number 4? Is not archived or deleted true? Is mod or owner true? Which means it should have worked. So that one, what was it? Number 4. Number 4 disappeared. If I refresh the page, number 4 is back. Okay, so technically, it did update it in the database, but I think the page itself is requesting the wrong data. So that tells me that it's actually in the find here. So this is how we get all of the Vox questions. Yeah, so, well, I do think it updated it in the database. But I think it's my query here. So where deleted at is equal to null, archived is not equal to true. So this is the query that's bringing those messages back. Yeah, I could look at it in the database. I don't think I have a database viewer installed. I'm just going to log this really quick because I know that's going to have all of the messages in it, and we can just inspect question number 4. Wait, is it gone now? Oh, I figured it out. It's also in memory. Okay, yeah. So after I changed the code, the server restarted, and now you can see that number 4 isn't there anymore. But that's because this get vox is cached. So when a message gets archived, it's not removed from the cache, and we need to remove it from the in-memory cache. That is the issue. That is the main issue here. Because we have the data here. Yeah, so I mean, I think you had the opposite thing. We delete it from the database, but we don't delete it from in-memory. That's the issue. And I guess, yeah, because the backend's like, if we've already gotten the data from the database, just return it. So what we need to do when a question is archived, we need to update this.data. The 3 hardest thing in programming are cache invalidation and off by 1 errors. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now we do remove. See, I think we were trying to do it too because this all by number deletes it here. I think it's not getting deleted here. That's also the issue. And then we'll just do some logging here too. Honestly, I could do interactive debugging. I don't know. In French, cache means hiding. Yeah, so the bugs are hiding. We're gonna log the deleting message here. Oh, so find one and update. Hopefully that's working as intended. Archiving. All right, now we got a bunch of logs. Let's see what happens. Uh, Mark, Chief Mustardo, or Jaw Online, attempt to archive your question, and we'll see the logs here. Okay, got question to archive. So first, the deleted at is null and archived is not true. Then we're archiving this, and now deleted at is still null. Where do we log deleting? Here. Oh, but we're not setting deleted at. Is that the issue? I think that's the issue. Guess we don't have to. I don't think we have to set deleted at. Next time, specify which mark, whichever one was on the screen. But yeah, so now archived is set to true for this Chief Mustardo one, and it's not on the page. But if I refresh the page, it's still there, which means we didn't remove it. Um, wonder if this becomes an and query. So where archived is not equal to true. No, it doesn't, because actually the query is not broken because when the server restarts, this query reruns and we're good. It's the cache. The cache is what's broken. Um, and HG Gamers, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Is the sound off? Oh, I just don't have my speakers on. Is archived? I guess archive is different from deleted. Let me also look at the front end code because as the admin, whenever I click that X, I'm curious what function I call because I can delete messages and then they disappear. But I guess that's the difference between um, deleting and archiving. Let's see. So I just when I delete it, it's just an archive. Let's look at my archive function. Vox Populi service remove message ID. Let's calling this and then getting it by ID. It's possible that the IDs don't match. Oh well, let's do some more debugging. Chat functions message is empty. Oh, this is something that I haven't covered before. This is something else that's completely broken. um, this actually happens over in the listener for all of the Twitch stuff. Chat functions. Um, here's what I'm going to do though. Like message equals itself or the empty string because I did not expect it to come through as undefined. That happens on a on a resub. Not read properties of undefined, reading, replace. That's another, so that happens elsewhere too. Yeah, here, and then here it's gonna get set. Okay, that was another bug we did not expect. Um, right. If you're still out there, please help me out again. Let's add a few more tests, and then try archiving them. I think the thing is, I think archiving works when I do it, like this. Archive number 2. It disappears. If I refresh the page, it's back. Okay, so it's a bug for me too. Okay. This is also, if you're wondering, this is a page token for the Twitch API. This isn't API keys that are leaking or anything like that. Archiving this ID, and it found the existing. Really, this is what I'm worried about. So in the Vox Populi service, oh, this is the front end. In the Vox Populi service here, after we delete it, is it actually removing it? So questions length before is that. Questions length after. Is this changing? Because if this is not changing, then we're not finding it in the array. Let's just debug that first. Oh, when you pull from Twitch, how far back does Twitch remember the ad? Oh, Twitch does. So all of this is stuff, I'm putting it into my database because Twitch does not have historical, at least through their open API, there's no historical messages. Which is why when the message comes in, I put it into my database, and that's what I'm looking at, if that makes sense. All right, so let me try to archive number 7. The length is the same. Okay. The length is the same. That is an issue. That is definitely an issue. It should be one less, and it's not. So we've narrowed this down. The filter isn't working as intended. Why is the filter not working as intended? All I mean, I assume they're the same. Like it's the same object. The database is on MongoDB Atlas. Locally, it's just running on my machine, but on the production server, it's on MongoDB Atlas. All right, question length before is 5. The existing one has the ID. Oh, why are there 2 IDs here? We have underscore ID. Okay, so this ID is the Twitch ID. This ID is the MongoDB ID. This is a object ID. Hopefully, the array has both of these. Yeah, the array has both because in here, there it is. This is the one we want to archive, but it didn't get removed from the array. Why not? We're comparing underscore ID. We're doing a single equal sign. Here's the thing. What if it's because it's a MongoDB object ID? Honestly, I think that's it. It's a MongoDB object ID, and we can't just do a comparison. We need like an object ID.compare function. I'm pretty sure. For this, I'm using Monk. This is another reason I need to rewrite. Monk is fairly outdated. These days, you can just use the straight MongoDB driver, and it works about the same. But I'm pretty sure there's a way to do like a Mongo ID compare. Honestly, a two string should do it. I think that's the issue. Let's just try it. Um, so when we remove it, I need to two string the ID. And the ID here will be a string because that's just coming in from the request. Let's see if this does it. Questions length after. We did it. We did it. I think this is another scenario where TypeScript would have helped us because TypeScript would have had the type of the ID here, which would have been object ID, and it would have been like. Actually, I don't know if TypeScript would have helped because TypeScript, would it have given me an error? I guess it would have been if I try to compare an object with a string, maybe it would have given me an error that's like this will never be true. But we fixed it. That took a little bit of debugging, but we fixed it. Honestly, I probably should have modeled using the interactive debugger so that I don't have all these logs. Actually, let me do that because I should get in the habit of doing that. Let me get rid of all these console logs and let's show you how to debug this. Interactively without a bunch of console logs. Cool. So I think I can kill that. And then over here, VS Code, we click run and debug. We want to use Node.js. And it's just running Node against my index.js automatically. Because I think in my package.json, I tell it where the main file is. So VS Code knows how to start the thing. But now, for instance, in the Populi service, I can add a breakpoint. Right here. And so now we can interactively look at it if I go and try to archive something. So if I archive number 6, look at this. And now I have full stuff. I can hover over. I can see what the variable is. I can see that underscore. Actually, so yeah, if we pop into this, let's go in. And if I look at the questions array, but come back. Let's try again. Mambo number 5. I guess 6 got archived. Number 9. What's up, Electrothermal? Yeah. All right. So I want to see this.data.questions, and look at that. We can see that it's an object ID. It's an instance of object ID, which when you compare it to a string is always going to be false unless you two string it. I'm glad we figured that out. Yeah, BSON type object ID. Oh well. Honestly, I still prefer. I don't know why I do, but I still prefer console logs. I guess I have to get used to the debugger. But that we could have debugged it that way too. All right, I'm very happy about this because this has been a bug for a very long time. Let's just confirm that it works now. So if I start this up, refresh the page. If you're still here, Jaw Online, try archiving number 10. Everyone else, try doing an ask. And then try archiving it. So we're going to see this. These pop up. And so fob, try archiving 13, 14. Yeah, I think I just have to get used to it, Shark Turnip, because like yeah, when I was in the C Sharp and .NET world, I used the debugger all the time. And Redlov, thank you very very much for the 4 months. Okay, so those disappeared. Yeah, and try doing exclamation mark. Yeah. Now if I refresh, is this a different bug? Um, I can archive number 12. It disappears. If I refresh, no, if I refresh, it's gone. The whole stream is, yeah. So I think anybody that's a non sub or a non VIP can watch the stream for like a minute or two, and then Twitch tells them that they need to sub. I can't tell if it's broken or not. Does it work now? No. Oh, you added another one? Okay, so it is working. It is working. I don't know if any of the mods are still here. Can one of the mods try archiving number 10? Only the mods try archiving number 10. There we go. So Acid Spark and Alka did it. I refresh the page. It's still gone. That's a good sign. And now Jaw Online, try archiving yourself. Oh, Degramic, that's good to hear. But you just tried archiving 18 and nothing happened. Is that accurate? All right, so Jaw Online unarchived themselves, and it's gone. I'm gonna assume it's working. I'm gonna. Oh, that's the other mark. Okay, I got confused. There's a mod mark too. So that's a good sign because if you're not a mod, then you can't archive things that aren't your own. And then he was able to, and then Jaw Online was able to archive their own. All right, we fixed it. We fixed it. Let's push it up. Now, what all did we have to change? We found a bug in resubs, so that's nice. That should fix some other things that were going wrong. I didn't realize were going wrong. Over here, yeah. So honestly, this is actually a great practical example of nice readable code versus something like this. So like if you come across this code, you have to really look at it to see what it's doing. All right. So if the question exists and it's not archived and it's not deleted and the user is a moderator, broadcaster, or the user that created it, then go in here. Whereas if you see our rewrite made it a lot easier to follow because the rewrite is we put it into variables is not archived or deleted, is mod or owner, and then we do the thing. TypeScript is complaining though. And then lastly, this was the other fix is these were object IDs, which is why that was breaking and they weren't getting removed. 5-minute job. Yeah. Max line length. That's fine. We can do something like this. And then I don't need this try catch anymore. That should just be caught in general. Okay. Fix archive bug. It doesn't like this is really weird. So I've only recently switched to Zish or ZSH. It doesn't like an exclamation mark inside of my string. Try catch on a console. The thing is that the code wasn't breaking there before. I just thought it might be, which is why I added that. Use single quotes. Okay, thank you, funny boy. That's new to me. Is that can't be a bash thing too? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. All right, that was fun. One bug down, and honestly, I don't know if I would have found that bug if I was streaming for 300 people. So I'm glad I figured it out in this low pressure way. Um, I guess that makes sense, funny boy. It's like some way to pull in variables. Um, Were you clearing the, the Twitch console? That's funny. 99 bugs, fixed one. Now they're 127 bugs. Technically, we fixed two bugs. We fixed two bugs. It needs it in bash. Okay. I guess I've never tried to do a commit that had an exclamation mark in it. Weird. Weird. I'll go with the gift. Thank you very much. Um, why did that show up as an empty message? Was it an empty message on Twitch? No, but that's the bug we just fit. That's the bug. Okay, Alka, did you know? Did you notice that that bug was going to happen? Um, so the bug that I just fixed made these types of messages show up, but it doesn't show all the information about the gifting and such. Oh boy. Oh boy. But thank you for the gift, Alka. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. But it's really funny. The resub now shows up as an empty message. Uh, well. Okay. Moment of truth. Refresh vox.coding.garden and then attempt to archive one of the questions that you asked. Um, so uh, let's archive this and these testing ones. But I know where that bug pops up in the backend code. Um, that's literally in this listener right here. Um, because we're listening for the raw message, which is the resub message, and I'm not handling that. Because now I'm just setting the message to empty. But what I actually need to do is look at the information about the resub and like put that into the message. Um, honestly, let me see if my logs are still there from earlier when that happened. Why am I looking at raw message? Why was I doing that? I had a reason. Oh, because I wanted to look at. Check it out. I wanted to look at uh, pinned, not pinned, highlighted messages. Highlight? Is that what it is? Yeah, and it is Codex. I'm pretty surprised. A lot of people hanging out. Um, um, what are these called? I think it's highlighted messages. Twitch highlighted message. Is that? I forget what they're called, but specifically the that's why. Coding Tomato. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. Um, yeah, I don't know it. So it's not highlighted messages. Pinned. Is it pinned? Announcements. Announcement. That's what it is. It's for announcements. Announcements come through with that special. It's like a raw message. Um, that, and then here in my overlay, I'm showing it with a thing. Announcement is what I was thinking of. But that's specifically why we run the raw message through here because announcements are set as user notice. You're getting an ad? I guess Twitch is still showing ads, but it's because you're a mod, not a sub, so you're still going to see ads. But you can't hear me saying this right now because there's an ad happening. Um, so does that make sense, Alka? Like that? That's why this thing is here is for announcements, which is why I'm looking at the raw message. Because as far as I know, there wasn't a built-in way to do it in TMI. Yeah. You couldn't watch as a mod? That doesn't make sense. In my settings, it says mods can watch. Yeah, it says include moderators. Regardless, that resub that just came through, um, Actually, I guess I can look at the error logs on the back end because then I can look at the raw message. Give me one moment. I did the wrong thing. I want to tail the last 100 lines. Target in. Thank you very much for that prime. This file. Yeah, what's up, Ryan? We're back. So these are the error logs on my backend, and this is earlier when HG Gamers did the resub, and then it errored out because message was undefined. So we made message not undefined, but what I want to look at is instead of showing an empty message like when Alka did the gift sub, what can we use from this message? Message ID is sub. I see. Gordon with the bits. Thank you very much for the bits, Gordon. Appreciate you. Did I kill this? I did. Kill the front end too. What's up, Zelina? Welcome in. Enter text. Yeah, I guess I need to be looking at the message ID because if message ID is sub, or I guess this could be like gift sub or something like that. Are we looking at message dash ID anywhere? We're not. Yeah, I remove all event listeners from inputs. To do. Why allow inputs? So this is in our to do where we switch from a allow list to a deny list. Or no, so we switch from a deny list to an allow list. I don't know. I guess I don't have to allow inputs at all. I guess this is a button, a button type input. We'll just add that for later. For now, I don't think we're going to worry about it. All right. We fixed one bug. It only took us an hour, but that's okay. Now, what do I think is the most important thing? What's up, Terawa? Welcome in. Question mark? Oh, are TypeScript types parsed? They're not. I think any tag that's not like a valid HTML element is going to get stripped out. Yeah. All right. We might look at this email styling bug. Yeah, you can chat as much as you want, but also be nice. don't send too much stuff. How can I test? I think I have an iOS simulator installed. Let me get that going. That's literally a progress bar? That's fascinating. Fascinating. I mean, Terawatt, you do have to be careful. I will let you know. We're talking about you in the mods channel. I appreciate your company, but sometimes you overstep. And so you cut it close. But for now, yeah, we're not going to ban you unless you really get out of hand. Right. I mean, you know, Oscar timed out Terawatt for 2 seconds. Come on, calm down. All right, here's an iOS simulator. What are you using? RP. Yeah, so this honestly is why we will switch to an allow list. Oh no, an allowed tagged list, because right now there are so many tags that we don't know about. Like the fact that progress works or input works, or I don't even know what the PR tag is. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, Codex. I would say we do have a VIP only channel, so maybe that'll help. Maybe I can actually just move it under the mod section, but there is a VIP channel in the Discord. So you can send messages there that mods see too. Um, honestly, let me move it. I'm gonna move it into mods. Where'd it go? That's super weird, Oscar, that you couldn't see my stream. I appreciate that, Ryan. I need to do a sticker run for sure. Like I need to create a store and just sell some sparkling JavaScript stickers because I know people want them. Emil says, would it be cheating if I looked at previous projects when doing the certification project on Free Code Camp? I have no idea. I don't know what their standards are, and I don't know if they try to assess you on like not using existing resources. I'd say in the real world, you can obviously look at old projects. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's sorry to hear that, Codex. The weather has been getting better here, though. Um, warming up. It got really cold for a while. All right, what I was going to look into is in the simulator, do I have the ability to set up Apple Mail? Yeah, like Stas is saying, like Free Code Camp is for learning. Um, you probably want to look at their what are they called? Like their code of conduct or their um what is it called? Guidelines for academic honesty is usually what it's called. How many terabytes does the iPhone emulator occupy? I have no idea. And decalers, thank you very much for that Prime. Um, honestly, I need to be logging these events because as you can see, this is a completely empty message that just says subbed for 13 months. Um, I think what I need to do is like if message ID is sub, but here's what I'm gonna do really quick. I need to just add some logging, um, so we can do better things. We can rebuild him faster, stronger. That's funny. Um, oh, thank you, Emil. Um, honestly, I've gotten too big for this shirt, so you can't see from the waist down. But my belly's gotten so big that I can't really wear this shirt in public. But you can't see below there, so. Um, and what did Fob say? Oh, you got your first official developer job. Yeah, congrats, Fob. That's awesome. Damon. It's probably because my power went out earlier. So, Twitch did send the email out when I went live the first time, but then the second time, I don't think it sent an email out, and that's just because the stream went down. But you should receive an email, and then if you join the Discord, if you link your Twitch account to Discord, I sent a message in the supporters only channel. So that's the other way to get that. You have 48 hours without power? That's insane. I guess right now, yeah, all of the ice in the south um is a lot that people typically are not used to in the south. Um all right, what am I doing? I'm trying to launch Mail inside of the Do I need to install it? Cannot connect to the App Store. Um I guess this is really all I was debugging. I don't think I can actually use Apple Mail or the App Store inside of the simulator. And that's what I need to debug this email issue. I do have I do have an iPhone. I think I'll use. Let's work on this next. So this bug is um, right now the styling of emails on iOS. If they have their system settings to dark mode, they don't show up. So I'm gonna debug that next. I don't think this is gonna be as fun to watch me debug because I'm gonna have to look at my phone. I think actually I could mirror my phone image onto here. Give me a second. WMW Mazzoni. Thank you very much for the prime. Um, yeah, yeah, and I guess that's unfortunate, Codex, but that such is life. You know, you do what you got to do until you don't have to do that thing anymore. Um, I'm going to embed a PDF. I don't think that's gonna work. And view Gidio. Thank you very much for that resub. I appreciate you. Um, honestly, like I did not intend for this stream to bait people into subbing, but that's what's happening. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. But anybody that's watching the preview right now, do know that in 24 hours you'll be able to watch this stream without paying for it over on YouTube. Oh dang, Andreas, that's gonna get cold. Did it send an HTTP request? There's no way. I was about to say, are you the one hosting that PDF? And did you? No, I think objects get stripped out. Pretty sure. All right. I think I want to reset this iPhone to be able to share the screen, so that way nothing personal pops up. Let me do that. How much stuff am I gonna have to re-add? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's reset this iPhone. A Twitch extension to customize the chat message metadata? What do you mean by that? No. To type in an iCloud password? Um, this is an extra iPhone. I was using this iPhone for a while whenever I was doing IRL streaming. Um, this was like my secondary phone that I was holding on to, but I haven't IRL streamed in over a month. So, oh We'll work on that eventually, Codex. Yeah, I basically want to work on a Franker Faces plugin or a Franker Faces add-on. I don't think I'm going to do that today, but eventually I want to work on something like that. Yeah, that'll be really fun actually, because I mean, there's so many things we have in our overlay. Honestly, um, I feel like just by creating that extension, it's also going to make it so that you can have these kinds of features in other people's channel as well. Um, so it'll get more people to use it. More people will find Coding Garden. You're right. This is boring. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to. I'm literally typing in passwords. Uh, I know. I appreciate you all that are hanging out here right now. Um, so Alka, you mentioned everyone, even mobile, can use extensions. Um, how? I lost my. I keep losing my train of thought. Um, uh, I guess like Twitch. Can Twitch mobile use Franker Face extensions? I don't know. Yeah, Twitch extensions can have multiple views. Um, I see. What is life? iPhone's resetting. I think we'll work on something else while the iPhone is resetting. Great. I'm really glad we fixed this website. Those bugs had been plaguing us. Is Meta on the blocked list of tags? I don't think that it is. Um, look at it. Everyone's really trying to hack the overlay today. You can see how I do parsing or sanitizing. Lib. Sanitize message. So this gets passed into DOM Purify, and then we do not allow style, size. No, those are attributes. We do not allow object tags, SVG. Um, we could put meta in here. But the other thing is, we mentioned we were going to switch to an allow list instead of a forbidden list. Um, because yeah, somebody earlier used the PR tag, which I've never heard of. RP. Ruby fallback parentheses element. um, the RP element is used to provide fallback parentheses for browsers that do not support display of Ruby annotations using the Ruby element. Oh, kanji. So like it's a way of annotating other things? Your browser does not support Ruby annotations that'll look like this. Fascinating. Fascinating. The iPhone restarted. Um, let's also just look at our list of things that I need to work on. Honestly, the schedule page needs some work, and that's probably so the iOS email bug probably the most important, and then the schedule page we lost some features whenever we switched to full calendar. Because it used to be that you could click on events and then like add them to your calendar, and right now you can't do that. So we need to add that. Also, this doesn't look very good on mobile. Um, we need to fix that. That's priority two. Priority one is getting emails looking decent. Um, did anyone think of other things that seem pretty important that I haven't thought about recently? There was a stream when we worked on it last to update it. Please click link. It. I don't think it'll work. So basically, what I do is yes, I wrap the link, and I guess because um, this is the current page that's being loaded. So this is a Electron app, and then the index page in the Electron app. That's pretty funny. I think QuickTime actually has a way of previewing the iPhone screen. Give me a second. QuickTime, yeah. Let me show you though. Let me see if this works. I forgot how to do this. Best Pokemon pull. um, I did not know Real Play was still a thing. I feel like I saw it like every now and then, and also like Napster is still a thing. I remember using Real Player like before they became like an MP3 marketplace. Check this out. Look at this. This is a real time preview of this iPhone. Not real time. It's got like a 500 millisecond delay. Um, cool. But if you didn't know you could do this, basically you just plug your iPhone into your computer, open up QuickTime, and then go to movie recording, and then there'll be a drop down, and you'll be able to choose iPhone. Um, yeah, I used Winamp with custom skins. I use a Pixel 6. That's my daily driver. What do I want to do? I need to add an email. I need to subscribe to my own mailing list and then preview it on this phone. That's what I need to do. For now, I'm going to hide this screen. I'm going to add a Google account. Yeah, which is this is exactly why I reset the iPhone. I don't want it leaking any personal stuff. So it doesn't have any personal information except for this email I'm about to add. Cumbersome. Why is that backwards? I like how you can use Android phones without logging in. Yeah, I mean, so I skipped all the steps on the iPhone, so I didn't even add iCloud to it. But it was pretty cumbersome um, to skip all of those settings. So that this phone is now completely fresh. It doesn't have any personal data. It does not have uh, a passcode or anything like that. No, Stream didn't freeze. It's just boring. That's all. That's all. All right. I need to go. Um, um, hide emails. Give me a second. What are you doing, Timon? uh, Sub only streams should be more fun. I think that's the thing is like ultimately I'm live because I want people to be able to watch me doing what I'm doing if they really want to, but also like I don't have the energy to like entertain or like have everything ready to go. Uh you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I get it though. Like I definitely should have some streams that are uh uh more exclusive and nice for people that are only subs. That's on the list of things to do for sure. Um Codex is here to vibe. I appreciate that, Codex. Music would be good? Sure. I'm not opposed to that. I'll just turn it down quite a bit. Let's do this. Check, check, 1, 2. Can you hear me all right on top of the music? Or should I turn the music down a little bit? A little quieter? Test, test, 1, 2. Test, test, 1, 2. Cool. I'll leave it. Cool. So there is now a debug list that you can subscribe to on list.coding.garden. I guess if you have an iPhone and you're using Apple Mail and you want to help me debug this, you can subscribe to the debug list there. But at this point, this is my mailing list. Surprisingly, I've had this mailing list for 6 months and I still only have 573 subscribers. I should have started this mailing list 3 years ago. Because if I get kicked off of Twitch or YouTube, this is all I got. And I get kicked off to Discord, I only have contact with 573 people. This is called Listmonk. It's an open source mailing list. So yeah, if you just go to list.coding.garden, you'll just want to check that last one. 79 orphans. Yeah, they don't belong to any list. I had some issues with the initial settings, but all right. I'm going to create a new campaign. The subject is testing iPhone styles. And this is going to go to the debug list. I usually write with Markdown. Hey, this is a test. Check me out on Twitch. And then I can make that a link. Preview it. Looks fine here. Save it. Start the campaign. So this is going to send it to everyone on the debug list. And there's just one. It's just my test account. And so now, we can see the issue. I think links are completely broken, but I can show this in the QuickTime player now. You can see my my janky blue screen behind me. Yeah, so this is what happens. If we view it in the browser, let's see. Yeah, so if you view it in the browser, this is how it should look. I use AWS, what's it called? Simple email service. Can I resend it? I can clone it. Then try it again. So yeah, that whoever was added to the list, that got sent as well. So honestly, does anyone have any ideas? How can I debug this? Because it's inside of the I guess I could look up what are the specific ways of targeting Apple Mail browser and then set the settings on there, because for whatever reason the background isn't correct. Like if you look at it, the background of the body should be white with black text, but it's turning it green with white text. Can I see the HTML you're sending? Yeah. I think the other thing is is it green or just transparent? I don't know. I guess the other option there is to open it in Safari and see if the issue is there. Let me do that. iOS keyboard is the worst. Oh, never mind. Didn't receive it. There was only 2 people on the list, so I'm gonna debug it one more time. But I can set it to archive the campaign, which should give me a public view page. I'm gonna left out keyboard. Yeah, I guess also I have the iPhone 12 mini, so it's like it's even worse. Let's see what you got, Oscar. Oh, no worries, Codex. No worries. I mean, I mainly got this initially just for the camera, because the iPhone camera is insane. There we go. So this is it. This is a preview here. We can try loading it in Safari. Yeah, so see, Safari doesn't even have the issue. I think potentially I just need to target this area and like force the background to be white and the text black, because right now it's overwriting that. So let's do that. If we look at the email templates, the base template, I believe this is the one that it uses. And we can look at the HTML that Oscar sent over. What is class 3D? That's automatically getting added for some reason. That seems like an email thing. Style equals 3D. HTML email? Why is it doing this? It's an email encoding system called Quoted Printable, which allows non-ASCII characters to be represented as ASCII for email transportation. Okay. You can see right here, background color, white, adding 30 pixels, max width 525. So Apple Mail is not listening to these inline styles, right? Because this should work everywhere. This is literally an inline style on this div. Let's look at the ListMonk repo, see if there's anybody that has opened an issue about this or talked about it. Apple Mail dark mode background color, because I think that's the other thing is I have dark mode. Let's see what this looks like if I have light mode for the overall system. How do I do that? Is it like display accessibility? Solution is not back a full green background and just use a table making only the necessary parts green. You make a good point. Let's just see really quick what this looks like in light mode. Here we go. So now we have light mode. If we go to Apple Mail, see, it looks fine. It looks fine in light mode. And that's really, we want it to look the same way in light mode as in dark mode. We don't want iOS dark mode to change anything in the email. So honestly, let's see if Apple Mail has any specific settings. Apple Mail opt out dark mode styles, something like that. Sorry, everybody. It's real bright. It's real bright. Everything is real bright. Dark mode options, default versus custom. How do I target dark mode users with my own styles? We could use a media query. We can add meta tags to the head to work with Apple Mail. Color scheme light dark. So I've used Litmus in the past. They have a lot of cool stuff for like testing emails and various clients and stuff like that. ultimately, I think what I'm searching for is a way to put like a meta tag that tells Apple Mail to not even try to or invert the colors, because that's what it's doing. It's inverting the colors and then breaking everything. ImageMagick the entire email. Yeah, that could work too. I think if we do supported color schemes and we only put light, that might change some stuff. For background colors, use a one color gradient. For text, use this along with your standard color style. Let's try it. So you can forcibly remove this on Apple devices, but we now have Gmail and Outlook on Mac without a way to stop them. Simply put this in the head. Color scheme, content only. I'm not opposed to just putting that right there. Fine. This will fix iPhone dark mode in Apple Mail, but not Outlook or Mac or Gmail. You can currently override Outlook on Mac, but there's a known hack for Gmail. This is how to override it on Mac. And this is the, from the other issue we were just looking at. But I think what we'll do is it'll be a fallback. Like the wrap has a background color of white. This. Is that what I want? Not quite. I think what I want is this. I do want the background to be green, right? So I still want it to show up like this, like background green, white text, or white background, black text. I guess technically I'm not being accessible, am I? If people want dark mode and my email is showing up like this. The thing is, this is how the email looks on my phone. Like, if I look at an email that I've gotten from myself. It's not. No, because I'm using a custom email client, and it switches the background to black. Yeah, so honestly, I need to fix the styles here to like always be dark mode, I guess. And then a bit too green. Yeah, I think the other thing is like we could actually just restyle my email, right? So we could take this. Let's see what this looks like if we invert the colors. So on this div, background color of black and a color white. How do you all feel about this? Basically, always dark mode. Yeah, HTML email can. That's the rule that I was about to add. So right here, this. Less contrast, yeah. So we're gonna use this. Background color is that 1E thing, and then color is white. In dark mode, invert the color so the background is black and the content area is green. Like the text color green? Is that what you mean? I have a dark mode email, but I have a logo at the top, so I can still have my channel color in that. Oh, so you mean get rid of the green altogether? Is that what you're saying? But this is what we're saying. It's a bit nicer dark color like that, so it's less harsh. Green where the white is, black where the green is. Oh, like the text is green. I don't want to do that because the links I have with green get flashbanged with green. Yeah, I guess you're right. Is this green not a dark mode color? I really don't want to get rid of the green though. We do need to change our anchor tags though. On hover, these should be white. All right, dark mode, background color that, and actually I can remove this meta tag now because it's just going to be dark mode. And a signature. Let's try this. Let's try this. So let me push this template up. Does anyone know the Docker compose command to restart? I guess I just do Docker compose down and then Docker compose up. Is it Docker compose restart? Oh, easy. Easy. I mean, this is using the default template. Let me make sure. My template is not there anymore. Okay. Oh, I've broken it. Oh, it wants me to relog in. Give me a second. How would somebody use what? The blink tag? It's old. It's from back in the day. It was an easy way to add fun stuff to to websites. Yeah, this is okay. Now I've broken it completely because when I try to modify uh, what's up, Drills? Welcome in. So I modified the template here. Oh, I see. These styles are hard coded. I see. I don't want complete black. I want a softer color. See you later, Codex. Thank you for hanging out. That also did not fix it. Background color, black, color, white. And then we are working on my mailing list. Factor 34 months. That's a long time. Thank you. Marquee is where it's at. Background color black. Oh. These linear gradients need to be changed. Yeah, so we're trying to fix dark mode on Apple email, but then we realized trying to fix dark mode everywhere. The linear gradient is it's a thing. It's like, this is a way to get around how some of the mail clients render stuff. What do you got, Alka? Have you designed my email? I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do it. So, well, here's the thing, though. Will this work in all email clients? Did you add a border? Yeah, you did. Well, first of all, did this fix it? Yes, beautiful. That's looking good, but what Alka just gave us would allow us to do these. So on the wrap, we give it a border. And instead of accent, we use this color. I don't even want to try CSS variables. We already had padding? Did I? Where is it? Oh, 30 pixels. And then now the background color of the entire email will be this color with a color of white. That didn't do it. Well, now we have these inline styles too. I forgot. Yeah, the thing is, like, the reason all these styles are duplicated have to do with the quirks of various email clients. So some email clients support the style tag. I guess any modern email client would, but other ones need inline styles. Nice. All right, what did Alka do? And then the background was a darker color than the thing. That is a funny word. Modern email clients. I can't use HSL, Alka. I mean, I probably could, but I don't want to risk it. So I'll have to use RGB. But what you're saying is, though, this will now have a background color of that. OA. And this will have a background color of that. Nice. That's classy. What do you think of that? That's pretty classy. All right. Let's see if it works on iOS. I realize people are probably just having me on in the background. But yeah, thank you, Alka, for that, for the color palette, because this should look good. All right, let's try it. Send it out. And then, so right now we're in light mode. We'll see how it looks on light mode. There it is. Nice. So in light mode, it's dark, which is kind of what we want. And then now, if we change our color mode to dark, and we look at it, iPhone inverts it. I mean, and now at least it's readable, but it does the exact opposite of what it should, because it turns our dark mode email into light mode when we're in dark mode. Let's fix this. We need to, iOS, yeah. I mean, they did a pretty good job on the inverse math. But we need to disable this. So one of the issues we were looking at, like there's a way to add a meta tag that tell it to not do the invert. Honestly, we probably could use that. Where's that meta tag? Is it like supported color schemes? Where did that go? You can, here it is. Forcibly remove it on Apple devices. So basically, we're going to forcibly remove it because we've already implemented dark mode. So I can just put this little meta tag right there. Copy of a copy of a copy. And ideally, this will force Apple email to not do try to invert it to light mode. Hacking? Please don't, Oscar. If you signed up for the debug list, you know you're going to be getting weird emails. The old one. It's the one that was broken. Why do I have the duplicate style tag? I don't know. I could probably look into it more. Honestly, I think part of what this email list should do is automatically add, or part of what the mailing software should do is it should take those tags and inject them as inline styles. Like I shouldn't have to define them manually. But this is just what it came with, so I'm keeping it. So. It's good, check it out. Yes, that's the fix. Whew, we did it. So now it's always dark mode. It's always dark mode. So even if I go into settings and I'm on a device that supports light mode, the email will always look like dark mode. The thing that we just fixed was iOS or Apple email was inverting our dark mode when we were on a dark mode device, but now we told it, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. It looks good. I'm glad. Well, we figured it out. I'm happy with that. Ooh. Can I new line unsubscribe? Sure. I mean, what does it look like? Don't want to view these emails. Yeah, let's do it. Can you have is it legal to have a paragraph tag inside of a paragraph tag? Take a screenshot of my signature. Oh, if you subscribe to the debug list, you have to confirm your subscription, so that might be why you're not seeing anything. I feel like unsubscribe and view in browser should be two different things. Yeah, so view in browser, and then don't want to receive these emails, unsubscribe. How's that look, Drills? Does that satisfy your OCD? You never got an email confirmation? For my mailing list? I'll have to look into it, but... are you okay with me showing your email? I'll just hide my screen, because I think Oscar's on this list too. But if I look at my lists, and I look at the debug list... yeah, so there are 7 people, but 5 of them are unconfirmed. I can resend the opt-in message. I do believe. No, I'm resending the opt-in, so if you subscribe to the debug list, you should get an email where you can confirm your subscription. Please add my personal email, the president? Come on, Alka. There it is. Cool. I'll send one more just so you all can test it on your side. I'll wait a second. Oh, now I have 5 confirmed users. That's awesome. Let's see. And 3 unconfirmed. Yeah, so everything should be in the new format now, but let me send out one more test message. Honestly, I'm going to send out yeah, one that has a bunch of content and a bunch of links. Like that one. Let's clone this one. And then this is only going to go to the debug list. Yeah, that went to debug. I was like, did I accidentally send it to everyone? So yeah, 8 of you or 7 of you should have gotten that that email. Let me know how it looks. Yeah, so you can see on. I like that we went with fully dark mode now, because even if this like a user has their system settings to light mode, we can still show it in dark mode and it still looks decent. Then if we go to dark mode, yeah, it looks good on Roundcube. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I guess I should be testing like in Gmail and other stuff too. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I'm happy we worked on that. Looks good in Gmail? Great. Great. That's one more thing we can check off the list. Boom. All right. What next? Are you saying I should put that as my signature? Update the confirmation view on the website. For subscribing to the list? Does it not look good? Don't know. Are you saying the confirmation view that gives people the discount code? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't think I can make it a link. Okay, I'll look on Discord. Oh, the captions are off. I totally forgot. My caption settings have the wrong microphone now. Test 1 2. Yeah. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I can't make that a link based on how the stuff is set up. Because it's literally an internationalization token. So it actually doesn't get rendered out. Yeah, I mean, I could probably change the template for that page, but I haven't looked in how to do that with ListMonk. It's good to hear Shark turn up. I honestly might be the thing is, so I wanted to move off of Teespring, but they're one of the only ones that have integration with YouTube. So all of my YouTube videos have my merch, my t-shirts that show up below. And if I switch to another merch provider, they may not support that. Ooh. Cool. What else do I want to work on? Yeah, I'll have to look into it later, Drills, but I think, honestly, I need to look into all of those pages. I'm just going to put this on the list. Calendar probably is, yeah, it is the most important. Let's look at that. I'm probably going to go in about 30 minutes, but we'll at least, I think maybe we'll work on the mobile styles. We'll see if there's anything built into full calendar that'll give us automatically like a click to add to calendar thing. All right, let's get into that. So that is here. And on the calendar, that is here. No, schedule. I'm curious if there's an option we can pass in that like just lets it make it so the days are clickable. But let's look at it right now. I did add the loading spinner. I don't know if you all noticed that from last time, but now it says loading, which is good. But you need to be able to click on that. Give me a second. There was like a public view for the... I want to look at how it used to work when we were just doing the iframe embed. Like this. Yeah, so this is Google Calendar. And what's nice is before someone could click on the event and then click like copy to my calendar. And then it would potentially get copied. Really? We could just add these two links though. I'm so glad I'm not doxing myself. But I guess if we look at it, essentially I could add a little link right here with that text because it looks like it's just the ID. We look at this. So it's event ID / copy, and then it has the event ID. So if we somehow get access to the event ID from the iCal information, we could embed that. Let's look at Full Calendar, because Full Calendar is the library we're using. I don't know much about it. See you later, Shark Shun Up. Thank you for hanging out. But if you look at their docs, I'm hoping there's potentially a function we can pass in here, which will let us tap into when the thing is being rendered, and then we can change what gets rendered out here. Like copy to Google. Yeah, I mean, before... that's how it worked anyways. Like people could click that and then just copy to my calendar. You're right, it's only Google, but I think a lot of people actually used that feature. Because the other way is you could fully add this ICS to your Google Calendar, but not everyone does that. So I just need a way for them to add this specific event to the calendar. I guess technically I could have it downloaded as an iCal thing that only has one event on it. Yeah, like you just said. I believe we generate an iCal file that only has one event inside of it. Let's look at this. Yeah, I don't think I want to change the... I see what you're saying. So instead of showing all day, we only show like 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That could help. And Timon, thank you for the 22 months. Appreciate you. The only reason I'm opposed to that is because there's gonna be a time when I schedule like a nighttime stream and then it won't show up. But I do agree that we should switch to day view. It should work for all time zones because it's. I guess we would set it with UTC. Yeah, and then we could switch to time grid day on mobile. How do we detect if we're on mobile? And is there a way to dynamically change the view? Change view to time grid day. So we want to use that piece of code. And when we're mounted, if window dot inner width. Inner width or client width? Inner width. So if the width on load is less than or equal to 400, show the day, otherwise show the week. And then I'll just have an event listener for the window resize. Burnt Rice, thank you very much for that resub. I want even bigger than that. Yeah, that probably would work, huh, Alka? Just like a match media query. Honestly, I probably want even like 600, not 400. 650. Cool. I guess while we're here, let's get these buttons styled. These two variables need to be set. I should probably move this into a variable too. But that did nothing. Compute the min time based on every event of the week. I don't want to do that. Yeah, you're asking too much. I mean, I could do that. I am very capable. I'm a very capable developer. But I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's the other thing we have to worry about is like time zones. Missing a semicolon? You're right. Still didn't do it though. Oh, because we also need to target. Oh, we changed the variables. I'll increase the height too. Yeah, I think you're totally right. I agree. It needs to be a variable. I just want this to work though. Why is this not working? Variable override. Bootstrap button border color. I think we need to override it for button primary. Now we put this into a variable. We say coding garden green is this color. Like that. And then now where's our hover color? This. All right. I think also what I need is, yeah, so this says this isn't, there's a way to do global styles. We need that. Because we're in Svelte, and so these are scoped styles, and we need to be able to target things that are dynamically added. Yeah, like this. That's it. I guess, do I also want global root? Is that even a valid thing? No. Yeah, so it's pulling this from the Bootstrap CSS. Our overrides are not getting loaded or are not specific enough. Do I even see them in here anywhere? Yeah, here. And then they get overridden. I don't know if I have control over when Bootstrap gets loaded because it's just in the head. I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I don't know if I have control over that. I just need this to be more specific. I break everything there if I do that? I'm not opposed to it. Let's see. Well, even if I move it, it's... I guess it would... We could put it here? Because then it gets loaded after? Is there a global CSS? Yes, we could add it in there, but where does that get loaded? Doesn't work. I could see where does no, because it's never going. So Bootstrap gets loaded right here. Our styles get loaded like above it. Here. Move Bootstrap into app. Then it gets applied to my entire website. I don't want that. I only want it to apply to this one page. That's the main issue. I mean, the other option is to add a bunch of exclamation mark importance on here. There's that's a good call, Alka. All right, let's go back to having it in the component itself or the page itself. These are back, but now, well, at imports have to appear at the top, don't they? A second style tag? Would that actually work? First of all, that worked. Okay, so importing it in the CSS. I don't understand how importing it in the CSS works, though. Because it's getting loaded in the same order. Oh well. It looks way better instantly. Now we just need to target these. Button group? No, it's this button. The background color needs to be overwritten. Yeah. Yeah. Seems fine. Oh, you're totally right. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, you're totally right. Now it loads these styles, and then our styles are afterwards, so they overwrite the previous ones. Whereas before, because this was in the head, Bootstrap got loaded after our styles. I guess. I think that's the way it goes. Cool. So I'm happy with that. And then now, this will shrink down to 1 day. But then also we need to increase the height of this calendar thingy. How are we styling it right now? We have our calendar wrapper and our calendar. Calendar wrapper, display flex, calendar width 80%. I guess because we don't have a height on it. Thanks. We'll probably use that fob to get the info to pop up. In the table head, get a little bottom border if there's something on that column. What do you mean? Oh, like this. So right now you have no idea that you need to scroll. It would be nice if it scrolled to the current time. let's try it. We'll do height auto. Better, I think. No, now it's too high. I think I need to flex the parent, and so that this takes up the remaining, which right now it's not doing. Like this. So this calendar needs to go in here, and then app is a flexbox, and then flex direction column, and the info will be a flex 1. And then the other thing should take up the rest. What's the CSS property I want on calendar wrapper for it to take up? Not info p, just info. So this gets this whole area gets a flex 1, and then I want this to take up the remaining area. What do I say? Flex auto? And then maybe I can get rid of the height on this. Okay. Yeah, I want the app to take up the whole area. That's the main reason, is the app needs to have a bigger height. Okay, that makes sense. Flex auto, calendar wrapper flex 1, so it takes up the rest. But we've got our body, which takes up the full, and then we have this little div hanging out right here. That is this SvelteKit body. Isn't there a SvelteKit thing we can add to make it so that it doesn't take up any content? Today button? Oh, we'll fix that. We'll fix that too. Anybody know what I'm talking about? There's like we can tell it no content or something like that. What's up, Mia? Hi, Andre. Welcome in. Display contents. Cool. So we have body. And then, yeah, now div takes up 100%. I do not like the top and bottom margin there. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. We want on the app margin 0 auto, and then an auto magic. Thank you for the resub. We can give this a margin top. Okay. Here's the app. The info container is gigantic. So right now these two things are both taking up half of the screen. I don't want that. I do flex 1. It's a good point, Fob. I think they should. I'll add that on the to-do list. It's not super important, but we'll do it eventually. And Shah, thank you for the resub. All right, what's happening? Why is this element taking up so much space? Oh, the calendar wrapper. I see. That's what we want. Get rid of the align items on the calendar wrapper. Still, there's a bunch of wasted space in the info container. Oh, get rid of flex 1 on the info container. Oh, it should have been flex auto. That's why. Okay, I think we've done it. So now, info container takes up only the space that it should, and then the calendar takes up the rest of the page, which is what we want. Same thing here. So now that takes up the whole page. I guess we could add maybe like a little bit of margin bottom. The calendar maybe? I'm not opposed to it just being all the way at the bottom of the page though. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we do this. Like, will it respect that? It respects that. Surprisingly. Cool. This is looking good. I like that. All right. The other thing we want is... yeah, it should scroll. I guess it is scrolling to the current time, today's time, when the page loads. So this is loading, but for whatever reason, this didn't scroll enough. Yeah, let's fix these stacked buttons real quick. Thanks, Fob. Fob is finding all the docs that we need. All right, let's fix this thing over here, though. Toolbar. Toolbar chunk. Toolbar chunk. Toolbar chunk. I want to adjust the toolbar chunk class? DJ Mr. P is saying flex column. So flex column on here? Yeah. Okay, so we'll do a flex column with a media query. Let's figure out what size of screen it breaks. So we could do it there. Honestly, like 720 flex direction column. Global. I think it's just FC toolbar. And we only want that when the screen size is 720 or less. I want to make sure I have the right class. FC toolbar. All right, how do media queries work? At media, max width 720 pixels. Is that the syntax? Apparently. Ah! Ah! So now, like right there, yeah, beautiful. What does the only screen thing do? Andy? Yeah, I agree with that, TJ, Mr. P. Yeah, 1 rem. That'll separate it a little bit too. Yeah, half a rem. Beautiful. Beautiful. We're not printing. Who's gonna print this? Is somebody gonna print out the coding garden schedule? That's funny. All right, here's the last thing we're gonna fix. We're gonna make it so that there's a link that they can click on, and then we need the scroll to work. Let's look at the docs for the scroll thing. Scroll time. How far it's initially scrolled. Scroll 2 time? Scroll to the given time. Yeah, because then that'll scroll to right now. What is a duration? Am I gonna have to format the current date? So on load, which I already have an event for. So after, so if is loading is not true, so loading is done, we should be able to scroll it. Yeah, I don't know what time to pass in. I guess the time I pass in is the current time, isn't it? Let's see if it scrolls to 7 a.m. on load. Yeah, so it scrolled to 7 a.m. Right now it is, what time is it? 2:16 p.m. So 1400? Yeah, then it scrolled to 2 p.m. That's cool. But what we also could do, instead of doing it on load, we could set it as a prop, which is what they were saying. Scroll time, 2 p.m. So technically, I could take the current time, on load, and that's what it'll scroll to. Why not a list view? I guess I'm not opposed to that. Like, I thought being able to see the week at a glance made sense, but there are other view options we could choose from. Like to only show the list of events. At that point, why even use a calendar plugin? Let's look at what the list view is. I'm not opposed to this. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, Oscar. Like, it'll be a pretty simple format. We don't have the plugin for it. Hmm. Or got updated. Okay. Um. Install version 5? I guess I could I do not feel like upgrading right now. I'm not gonna upgrade this dependency right now. That's kind of perfect, honestly. Honestly, that's all we want. That's all we want. Um, but now I have to look at these, like, these hover styles and stuff. That's so much better. Yeah, it really is. All right, let's fix these styles though. We have a table header, background. Honestly, we could have both. I like having both. So, like Drills is saying, instead of time grid week, we switch to list week on smaller devices. I think this is the compromise. So now, when we get to here, it's just a little list, but when we get here, honestly, we'll increase the breakpoint. It's like that doesn't look good. That looks good. So you need a device at least 900 pixels wide. A toggle? That's feature creep. But yeah, that would probably be good to have. All right. Why is this so hard to find? Is it an inline style? Like, is it the full table background? The div? I don't understand how there's no computed background style for anything. Like, this should have a computed background style. Here. I don't know why that took me so long to find. This one. So that fixes that. Now we need to fix on hover. So can we TD row hover? Nope. Oh. Thank you, Fob. That's nice. Oh, I need to ticket. I was like, honestly, I've never been able to get this to work where you can simulate hover. Great. But this is cool. This is cool. Right here. Header toolbar. Nice. However, this is fine. I was gonna can we customize the labels, but it's fine. I'm okay with list and week. Here we go. All right. So when this is being hovered, there's so many options. Thank you, Fob. It makes it seem like I wouldn't know how to do this myself. I can look at docs too. I'm just working on other things. It's actually really nice though. I too can read docs. I swear I could do it. I swear I could. Button text is the name of the key. See, I can read docs. I honestly just want to capitalize these two. That's all I wanted. I just want to capitalize that. Is there a linter for this? No, there's not. All right, we two things we need to fix: hover, and then scroll, and then I'll be done with this for now. Found was when you hover on this. Is it the same rule with hover? I feel like the dev tools are failing me. Like something's weird is happening in there. I feel like there's a bootstrap color, that we can use. Like gray 700, I think would be good. It's not it. Oh, TD. Yeah. Well, it's FC list event hover TD. I need this full selector. Yeah. Look at that. We go to weak view. I guess it doesn't have any hovering. Sweet. Though, it's a tiny bug, but like if they're on mobile and they click week, the moment they resize, it goes back to list. I'm not gonna worry about that. Because it's really just a matter of yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay. The other thing is we want scrolls, so I need to just pass in the current time here. Right now I defaulted it to 2 p.m., but I could do something like today is a new date. And then I could say today dot get hour. Is that gonna give me like 2 a.m.? I don't think I want UTC though, because the plugin renders it in the current user's time zone. String pad start max length 2 fill with zeros. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but then we might actually need to convert it to military time or European time so that it's out of 24, a 24-hour clock. Get hours is military time? Let's see. Nice. Yeah, that should do it. Well, let's put this max width in a variable. And then to debug it, we're just gonna have this as 1. Yeah, that's what was happening earlier is it wasn't showing up there. I think we also want to add day, so time grid day like this. And that's what was happening earlier is when it loaded as day, it wasn't scrolling correctly, but now it is scrolling correctly. Cool. I'm very happy with the progress we've made here. Because now we can go to today. We can look at all the events on a list. And that. Last thing, when an event is clicked on, can I try with just get hours? I mean, let's just try it in the in a console here. Yeah, so it is military time. That's good. Add the today button between the arrows. I'm just baffled that it's this customizable. Because it's like, show me the list. No, show me today. No, show me the week. No, show me today. Now go to the next day, but also show me the week and then go to the next week. That's fascinating. I'm going to keep it over here just for like context because, yeah, I think it's better over there. But that is really cool how customizable that is. Oh, can it just accept the hour? I'm not going to mess with it. It mentioned scroll time needed to be a duration. So. Not the day view, the today button. Oh, like today. Yeah, I see. So now if I go to if I go here, if I click today, it takes me back to today. I see. Fascinating. This library is really cool. The more you dig into it. Okay, I want event click now. So when an event is clicked, we grab the info. Let's just log it out. To see what we get access to, because I'm hoping we get like the Google event ID. That's what we really want to. Object. Event. Definition. Instance. Source ID. We're not getting access to the underlying like iCal iCal event data, because the iCal event has the event ID in it, or should anyways. The advanced drag and drop. Yeah, I guess I don't need anything like that, but in general, this is a pretty sweet library. I've only scratched the surface of like what it can do, but yeah, you can do things like that. Yeah, it's crazy. We specifically are using the iCalendar plugin. Let's go look at the options for iCalendar plugin. You hit the click event and add to calendar working. You won't work on multi-client support. Yeah. You're totally right, Jules. Let's add it to the to-do. Allow iCal download. For now, I'm just going to open the Google Events page, because that's what it was doing before. But eventually, we can generate an iCal dynamically and then have the user download that. Initial events. Events. Maybe I want this so I can keep track of the original and then like tie it back. Let's see what we get here. Event source success. Data. Content and response. Let's log both of these out, because this will likely, I don't know if this will be the unparsed iCalendar. Let's see. Yes, okay, so the first value are the parsed events. These do not have the ID in it, but if we look at the iCal entry, there's a UID. Here's the thing though, is the UID even enough to create this link? This ID looks way longer than that. Nil for the event? What do you mean, Drills? This mail? This isn't mail, this is iCalendar? I'm confused. Oh! I have no idea. I think that's just how Google Calendar gives it an ID. And maybe it's possible that's how it handles like invites and like things like that. Let's look at event. So there's no source object on there. If we click the event, event. You're talking about in this object? So we're specifically putting it we're putting it in Discord description so that if I go in and update on my calendar, when we run the script, that's how we link it back to the original. Yeah, but that ID just comes to us from Google. We have no control over that. I mean, I think it's whenever it parses, like the iCal parser from this library, I think it's just skipping over the UID. But also, I'm pretty sure this is all the information we have, so it may not even work because I need to take this and generate a URL that looks like this, and I don't think that's gonna work unless this is a base 64 string. It is. Weird. Okay. We have the ID at G, but what is this ID? Okay, cool. So it's a base 64 string that has the ID and then this FD stuff. What is this? So something at G. Let's see if this is in the original iCal. So let's see if it's different based on event. We could just look at the docs. At this point, we're just reverse engineering. we're reverse engineering their protocol. Yeah, this must be like the calendar ID because I think it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So we can just hard code that. All right, I think we've got it. We need to combine these two things. When the event is clicked, we need to construct the URL. Event ID is going to be... Oh no, but we lost the ID. This could be like the Gmail account ID that it's linked to. I forgot that we lost the ID, because even in here we don't have... Do I need to add an iCal parsing library to the front end? I kind of don't want to, but I think I might have to. What's the iCal parser I'm using on in my script? iCal, literally iCal. For JavaScript and Node. Is iCal the same thing as ICS? It is. ICS is iCal. Yeah. The only issue, like I guess the main issue that we're running into here is this iCalendar plugin doesn't expose the UID property because it's already downloading the ICS. The nice thing is we have access to response.response here. Response.body? What was it? Oh, I think it is response.response. Oh, all this code is broken right now. Yeah, so this is the actual iCal stuff that we could pass in. I'm gonna do it. Install iCal because I think it'll work in the client side. So if I import this iCal library on the client side, we can parse it. We'll have the IDs. We can get the actual URL to send them to. Let's try it though. Will this work? You ate McDonald's, so you have iCal. Nice programmer. Welcome in. No worries, Fob. I appreciate all the help that you've given so far. I just installed iCal. What do you mean? What do you mean? It should be there. Yeah, it's in there. Probably need to reload the window. Yeah. Oh. It's just never read. That's fine. But what I'm thinking is we can pass in this here. And we get the data. Let's see. Nice. Fantastic. I guess this technically has every event ever, which is fine, but we need to now link it back. Shigini, thank you for that prime. Appreciate you. The ID was its index? Maybe. Let's see. So, on click, we'll store this in a global variable. So, here's what we'll do. Up here, we'll have let iCal events. Starts off as null. And then when we get the data back, we'll set it. And then when we click the event, or we click this, this dot event dot source ID. And what Oscar's guess is, can we reach into this array at that index and get the original? Undefined. I just have the wrong property. O.event. Instance. Instance? Well, what's the def ID versus the instance ID? Def source ID. Undefined. Wait, length is undefined? Yeah, Drills, if we were using TypeScript, we'd be having a real... I mean, technically we are using TypeScript. I'm just ignoring all of the errors. We'd be having a real hard time. Oh, it's an object. I see. We actually want to do object.values. Alright, this is it. We did some real hacky stuff, but check it out. Boom. Boom. Is it the right one? No, it's not. It's not the right ID. Yeah, because this array is length 84. And so the ID 12, I have no idea how they're getting that. Then it's 31. Let's see. Because we know there are 84 events in that array, we want to find some identifying information that's like 83 or 84. Source ID. What's up, Namaste Geek? Oh, this is just using a Google Calendar plugin instead of a iCal plugin. Oh, I think we ended up doing this because like there was like a CORS issue in the Time. Thank you for the resub. There was a CORS issue with getting the Google iCal stuff, I think. Instance. I just don't know where these instance IDs or def IDs are coming from. And also source ID is 12? For now, print the iCal event 84. Well, 84 is the length of the array. I know that this event is going to be the last one in the array because it's the last one on my calendar. So that would work. But the actual thing that I clicked on, inside of that object, it only has 31, 32, and 12. There's nothing else identifying about it. I need to do a bit more digging. I think I'm going to go for now, but I kind of need to dig into what happens after it gets the iCal events from here. Like, is there a way to tap into that and like add some metadata onto it or something like that? But search by date? That could work too, huh? Yeah, all right. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. So, definition dot, not definition, instance dot range dot start. So we want to find the event where event dot something equals the range start there. But I need to look at the properties of the iCal events. Dot start. It's literally just event dot start. I guess the date objects aren't going to equal each other. Is there a there's not a comparison. Do we just toString it? Do we just see if the string version, because I guess two different date objects technically are not equal to each other. Yeah, because one of them's a UTC date, the other one's GMT. So if we actually do dot two, well, we're not going to get type completion there. We should get type completion. Two, thank you, Shigini. Shigini? Get time. Get the time value in milliseconds. That's the Unix time, right? Also, if this fails, then this is a string and not an object. I thought, yeah, this is a date object, so that should work. No worries, Programmer Jeff. Range start. It is in GMT, so that's fine. So get time, I thought that was like the Unix timestamp. I think there's also a 2 UTC. UTC string? Is that what we want? Well, this is going to compare it to every other one. But let's just see what comparisons are happening here. Is there a rounding error? Like, how can we not find it? I mean, I would think it would be this. Let's see. It should be this last one in the array because I think they're ordered by time. Oh, maybe not. The first one in the array? No. Here we go. Friday, 3rd of February, 1830 GMT versus... This one is in my time zone. This one's in UTC time zone. It's a time zone error, yeah. Get time is the milliseconds since January 1st, 1970. So get time should be time zone independent. Okay, now we do know that it's the first one in the array, so we can compare the very first one. It's still off by a few hours. So this is how it gets how it comes back from the iCal thing. GMT -7. And then if we look at the event itself. Oh no, this is wrong. The library that it's doing this wrong. It says GMT, but this is actually UTC. Pretty sure. Like, it shows up right on here, which is kind of all that matters. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to give us the pseudocode for this. So this is event ID without @Google space calendar ID @G. And this whole thing is going to be a B to A of that in the future. Yeah. To do, find original event ID to open details. Honestly, yeah, problem for future CJ, but like Jules was talking about earlier, eventually we can just prompt the user to download an iCal file, and that would let them add that one specific thing to whatever calendar handler they have on their system. Versus this actually opens up Google Calendar to that specific event. Oh well. I'm happy with what we've done. Like, the styles look way better. It looks way better on mobile. On mobile, I'm happy with what we did here. Yeah, so like if somebody uses Outlook, then it would just open with their program. Cool. I'm happy with this. Fix, I guess. Cool. All right, let me deploy this really quick. You all can try it out, and then I'm gonna get out of here. SproutKit issue? I mean, I haven't looked at issues at all. I probably should have today. Oh, yeah, we have it in our to-do list. Samwise should get their own color in the overlay. Yeah, it's in the to-do list. Nice. It's deployed. I think it looks pretty good. Feel feel free to try it at home. If you find a bug, I'm not going to fix it today, but it should look better. And we have that thing where it now looks better on mobile too. We have /calendar. Honestly, I want to migrate my URL shortener to like a GitHub repo, so people can suggest shortened URLs. So that way, like, you could open a PR for this, and then like it basically, instead of using a database, I would just use like a flat JSON file that people could PR against. Well, there's a repo for the code base, but I want a repo for just all of my short URLs. On mobile, not looking good. So what browser are you using on mobile? Yeah, what's up, Eddie? No slow mode because it's just subs, just subs and VIPs, so there's not many people here today. Firefox? Let me look at it on my phone. Coding.garden/calendar. /schedule. It looks good on Firefox on my end. What was Mark saying? Yeah, let me look at the screenshot real quick. Oh. It's like there's no room at all. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, we need to decrease this font size in general. Do I fix that right now? I guess so. Because now it's really broken. Yeah, I think we just need to decrease that font size on mobile. Yes, this is actually a perfect example. This is simulating the size of an iPhone, and this text is way too big. So let's fix that. How will min work? So yeah, honestly, all of this is just way too big. At the same time, when the title is really long, it's going to look like that too. It just doesn't look that good on mobile, like, at all. I guess day technically will look decent on mobile because then it's the full width. But if you're on the list, let's see, is this? No, these are 2 columns. I was gonna say if it's a flexbox, we could wrap it, but wait, what if? Is it possible to style a row to be a flexbox? It is. But then we end up with some really weird styles. You can't even see it because the text is so big. Okay, so I think reducing the font size is first step. That should be good enough. I'll have to fix this later on. The fact that you can't see it. I will say this: if you're on mobile, go to the day view, and then gonna be easier to read. Samsung S5 from 2017. I can't believe the battery is charged on that thing. It's such an old phone. Yeah, I agree the side padding is much, but I'm not gonna fix it. Your daily. Oh! I see. The way you said it made it sound like it was made it sound like it was just like a test device laying around. Mobile last development. That's exactly what's happening here, isn't it? Alright. Try again with the smaller font size. I like that outcome. Let's do that. That's a market improvement? Cool. Just tell me if it's better or not, Drills, because I think your network is taking a long time to send the image. I can't see it yet. This view is terrible, but the overall is better. Cool. Yeah, that seems better, Drills. Also, but it's still pretty bad. I think honestly, we need a view. This needs to be scrollable. These need to like collapse. We'll get there. Okay. I'm gonna head out. Should we raid? It is just people hanging out today, but should we raid? I guess we'll raid. Let's go do a raid. You're a sub. You're all subs. You're all subs. Use that raid message. I guess some of you are just VIPs, so here's your raid message if you, if not. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I think this was a success. This was the first subscribers only stream that I've done. But I think it worked out. I got so much done. We fixed the email. We fixed the archive command. We fixed our calendar, sort of. There's still more bugs. It was very chill. I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see ya. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a hectic stream. Tomorrow we're working on listed. There's just so much we need to do. We need to fix our internationalization setup. We need to configure ESLint in Prettier. We got a lot to do. Yeah. I agree, Alka. It was fun. I mean, that's just the nature of like growth, right? It's like all these people coming in are new. These people, all the people on Twitch coming in, a lot of them are brand new. They've never seen me before, so I have to convince them to stick around and stuff like that. I don't know. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go on a raid. Thank you for hanging out. This was great. This was so much fun. Like I said, I'll see you tomorrow with the rest of the people. So wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.